Hey guys, this is part 2 of my breakup. This is probably going to be the last, hopefully the last part of this. If not, I'll have to get part 3 up some different time. But hopefully I can explain the details and whatnot now. So, leaving off, if you guys did not see part 1, make sure you guys go check that out. Because I did explain a lot in that and what started all of this and everything. So make sure you guys go check it out. Anyway, going on. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys a little repeat on what I was talking about when I left off. But pretty much we didn't sit together at church the night because and his grandma came up to him, and I don't know what they said at that point, and I didn't know what they said at that point, so I went ahead and after his grandma left, I asked him what I said, let me guess, that was about me, and he said no, it was about my life. And honestly, I didn't believe him at first. I did not believe that it was about his life. It was really about why we didn't sit together at church that night. Anyway, going on about that whole situation, after there, we left and the whole youth group went out to eat that night as a youth group, because that's usually what we do every so often. We go out to eat and we have like a fellowship kind of area, kind of whatever. And so that's what we did. We went out there, and on our way there, he told me he didn't have no money and he wasn't going to eat anything. And I said, that's not a problem. I have extra money. I'll just get you something with my meal. And he told me, no, you don't have to do that. And everything. I'm like, well, I'm not just going to sit there and watch you not eat. Well, we all do. So, we get two Wendy's, and we go and get something, and so we both got the 4-buck meal, 4 for $4. So that's what we both got and whatnot. Then we go, we sit down, we eat our food at the youth group and everything, and we were just goofing around just like we always do, but I could tell he was moody. He was moody with me. He was mad at me over I don't even know what. Probably just the argument and me not sitting with him. But I really didn't know why he was so moody with me. So after that, after we ate, I was like, do you want to, I asked him if he wanted like a Frosty, because we all went to Wendy's. So I asked him if he wanted a Frosty, and he's like, no, you don't have to, and he gave me $1. And I'm like, no, I don't want it, and I was going to pay for it and everything. So I didn't accept his $1. I told him to keep it. So I went and I got both of us a Frosty. And be the nice person, I did that for him. I paid for it once again. Be the nice person, because I didn't want to see him not get anything. So, going on. After that, the whole youth group played a game and whatnot and everything, and after that we were going out, and we were gonna go back home because it was pretty late. It was about 8:15 when we left, and we go to get the car. As we're walking to the car, we're just talking, whatever. I could still tell he was moody and whatnot, And at that part, when we got in the car, I can't remember what all started it. I don't really know what all started it and whatnot. So we go, he takes me home, and the only thing I can remember now, after grieving over this, we get to my house where he's going to drop me off, and it makes me emotional because this is the last time I've seen him since this, and he left me. He dropped me off, and I don't even remember, but all I can remember him saying was, if you're gonna keep arguing with me, then leave me alone. That's all I can remember. That was the last words he said to me in person, like face to face. That's the last thing he told me, and I said okay, and I got out of the car. Didn't slam the door or anything. I just got out of the car and I went inside, and I knew he was upset at me. So I told myself I'm just gonna give it some time to have some time to himself. So I didn't message him at all. I didn't text him. I didn't call him. I didn't do anything. And as I was sitting on my bed, after about an hour and 15 minutes, I got a thought in my mind saying, after seeing him on for a little bit, I got a thought in my mind that said, go check his Facebook. He gave me his password a couple months ago to Facebook. And so, of course, I did what my mind told me, and I went and checked his Facebook. And I got on his messages, and I seen he got a message from his grandma. So I opened that first, and he was like, the story is she didn't want to sit with me at church. She got mad at me because I did it, and she got mad. And I did not get mad. I honestly did not get mad because he didn't sit with me. It was more in a jokey manner than anything, and whatever. So, with that being said, it was left at that. And his grandma's like, well, clearly she don't know. She was like, silly girl, she must not know you. And the last thing he said on that was, yeah, she doesn't. Which got me mad, I gotta say. It got me mad. And it kind of made me not want to open up the messages with his grandpa. And so I opened it up with his grandpa. And he told him the story, said I got mad, whatever. And his grandpa told him that one of these days you're just gonna have to, one of these days you're just gonna have to walk away until you're done. And he replied saying, it's gonna happen soon. Thank you, I can't thank you enough. At that point, I was crying. I was upset that he would say that and not tell me anything he was feeling or anything, and all of it. I was clueless. I didn't know why he would say that. But I log back into mine and I message him and I said, oh, I wish I had my phone over here. I would pull him up. But I said, thanks. I said thanks. No. I didn't even do that. No. Rewind that. I logged out, got back on mine. I seen if he was on, and it said he was active. So I go over, and for some reason go over and log back onto his, and it said password changed 3 minutes ago. So I went back onto mine. I messaged him, I said thanks, and then I said I changed your password a little bit too late and whatever, and I don't even remember what I said back. And going on, he told me I can't deal with it anymore and whatnot and whatever. And so going down a little bit, I'm like, so are you ending it with me? And he's like, he said, I just can't do it anymore or something like that. I'm like, that's not an answer to me. And he's like, yes I am, but I want to make an agreement. And at that point I was hurt. After loving him unconditionally, he would leave me like this. He left me in a way that I never imagined he would ever do to me. And whatnot. So after that, after just arguing, told him I will change, just give me one more chance and everything, I called him. And we talked for 45 minutes, I think it was. About 45 minutes. And, I just honestly didn't know why. I didn't know. We just went back and forth, and he made an agreement that he would think about it, because I told him I will give you tomorrow to think about it and pray about it to see if we can continue on and whatnot. And I told him about my past relationships, how he ended up blocking me and hurt me and all those other things, and he sounded understanding to it and whatnot. So after that, we set each other goals and told each other things we wanted to think about, and the next day that we weren't going to talk to each other, we were just going to think about it and whatnot. And after that, the last thing he told me was that he loved me. And I honestly thought that he meant it. But anyway, that's gonna be part 2. I'm just gonna have to tell you guys the gravy part afterwards on part 3. I guess this is gonna be a 3-part video. I just don't want to make this extremely long for you guys. But that's all for part 2 of this. The next part, I think I'm gonna get very emotional, because I already feel very emotional just thinking about it. But I've let you guys know what all happened and my experience with this. So anyway, this is all for part 2, and make sure you guys go check out part 1 if you guys haven't. Hopefully you guys already watched part 1, so you guys know exactly what's going on. So yeah, so that's all for now. So I will see you guys for part 3, the last part, I promise. So yeah, bye guys.